GeekTubers, welcome back to Geeky Girl DIYs here on the Fandom Clan channel. I'm Mary B. Rose, and today we are going to celebrate a geeky craft by doing something with my very favorite book in the whole wide world, The Neverending Story. So if you've paid attention, in the background I keep this book, this copy. This is actually an American first edition copy of The Neverending Story that my spouses gave to me 2 years ago for Christmas, and I absolutely love this book. It's my pride and joy. And of course, I don't use this book for reading. So I have another copy which is just like a standard paperback copy, but I thought it would be fun to soup this up a little bit and to cover this so that it looks like the movie replica, or the actual way they describe it in the book is that it's copper colored silk with orange on the front. And I am rating this craft 2 tribbles because we will be using the X-Acto knife quite a bit. If you want to find out about that, visit my website. And if you guys are ready, let's get geeky.
So the first thing you're going to do is just lay your book down and trace around it. And with your X-Acto knife and a metal ruler, go ahead and cut these pieces out. You're going to need 2 that will look like this. Then you're going to take the spine of the book and do the same exact thing. You should have 3 pieces that look like this. And I recommend just taking them and making sure they fit appropriately. Also, take your fabric and iron out any wrinkles or creases that may be there. Lay it down and make sure there's about a ½ inch around the cardboard pieces and about a ¼ inch in between the spine and the 2 side ends. Also, you want to make sure there's enough room for the joints, so just test that and see if it's good. Now with your ruler, just pencil in about a ½ inch around the entire setup here. Just a little tip to make things easier for yourself, go ahead and mark where the spine and your 2 side pieces are. This is going to help you later on. After this, go ahead and cut your fabric out so that you have this nice little rectangular piece. And now we're ready to glue on the cardboard. I started with the spine first, just to apply a liberal amount of Mod Podge, and you use those little markers to line it back up. And you're just going to glue both ends and the spine on. Turn it over and just press out all the creases or bumps. You also want to make sure that the joints are working properly. Just test this out before you move on to the next step. This next part is a little tricky with clipping the corners. You don't want to do it too close or too far away. Just give yourself like a couple of millimeters away from the cardboard so that the cardboard corners don't poke through or the fabric doesn't bunch up. Now just apply Mod Podge to the edge of the fabric as well as the edge of the cardboard, and just begin to fold this up and glue it in place. You may need to, at the end of this, sort of form the fabric around the corners if you did accidentally cut it a little too close. Now you're ready to glue your book in, so just apply a liberal amount of Mod Podge to the spine and the ends, and then just press your book together like this, and then you're just going to set this aside and leave it so we can do the next part. To create these little corner embellishments, you could use actual brass embellishments, or you can make them with polymer clay, which I'm going to show you how to do next. You'll need polymer clay and a filigree stamp that has a little point. Take your brown polymer clay and roll it into a ball that's about this size, and then roll it out until it's about a ¼ inch thick. Now take your little polymer clay pancake and place it over the filigree until you have an indent that's about like this. Using a flat craft blade, just cut off the excess until you have what looks like a little corner piece like this. Once you've baked these and they've cooled off, you can embellish them. To give them sort of an antique look, I'm going to use this acrylic gold folk art paint. And I'm not going to be too neat here. I'm just going to sort of apply this in between the cracks. It's okay if it goes over. It's going to give it more of an antique look. Once the gold paint has dried, go ahead and take some satin or gloss glaze. I'm using satin here, and I'm just giving it a once over so that it'll have a nice shiny effect. To To prevent the video from going too long, I did not include the tutorial on how to make the orange pendant in this video. That's actually a separate tutorial, and the link is below if you guys need some help with that. Using E6000 and a toothpick, you're going to apply thin lines to the back of the orange pendant, and then once it's covered, you'll just place that on the front of the book. For the corners of the book, you'll just do the same thing. Apply a little bit of glue to each corner and then line the corners up and apply them to the book. And you are done!
So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I actually liked the first movie, it was okay. Second and third movie were awful, terrible, boo. I absolutely love the book and the movie just really couldn't capture it. It was one of those, the book is definitely better than the movie. Let me know, have you guys ever read that book? And if not, you should get a copy and you should read it. If you decide to take a stab at this project, please send me a picture. Send it to my Instagram or my Crafty Amino. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye!